Hi, it is Cami from the blog and YouTube channel Tidbits. Our new pole barn home may be pretty simple by design, but I plan on really making it special with the interior details, starting with the molding and trim. Now, it's a well-known fact that custom millwork can add value to your home and can be the key factor in helping your home stand out among all the other cookie-cutter homes thrown together by contractors. Now today I would like to share what we've used so far for our door and window casings, our baseboards, and our wall trim to hopefully give you some ideas and a place to start if you are building or remodeling your own home. Now the only rooms we have mostly finished in our new home is the kitchen, the living room, and the master bathroom. But because our windows and doors were still exposed to the internal structure of the home, it was letting in bugs and drafts, and we decided to just go throughout the whole house and ensure that we had casings on the windows and the doors. Now this meant that I had to decide now what I wanted to use throughout the entire home in terms of the molding and the millwork. Now you'll be able to see more clearly in our kitchen how I plan to make the moldings really stand out in the rooms. I've painted the baseboards a contrasting color than the walls, and we've layered and stacked trim pieces fairly high to make them very noticeable. And we've used mostly the same trim pieces to frame in the doors and the windows to create a casing that is detailed and cohesive, beautiful, and again highly noticeable because we've painted them, or will paint them, to stand out against the white walls. Now to make our trim choices, we pretty much just stood in the trim aisle for a long time and played around stacking pieces until we had selected some that we thought would stack really nicely together. However, if you are after this same look, I hope that by sharing what products we selected and stacked, this will allow you a little more time to do something other than hang out at Home Depot for your date night. Okay, first let's go over the baseboard trim. Now we've left the bedrooms without baseboards as we may want to switch things around once we go to design each wall and room. But for the main areas of the home, which include the living room, the kitchen, which are adjoining, the hallway, those spaces, we've done all the same kind of trim work. First, Kevin nailed in a 1x6 piece of MDF. Now second, he stacked on top of the MDF a 3 1/4 inch piece of baseboard trim. Finally, at the bottom, he nailed in a piece of 1 3/8 inch stop trim. Now let's take a look at the window and door casings, which are mostly the same pieces and process. Now looking at the window, first he started with the bottom inside casing, which is a piece of 1x8 MDF notched out to extend past the window a little bit. Second, he installed the remainder of the sides and top inside pieces with a 1x6 MDF board. Third, to wrap the outside of the window, he used a piece of 3 5/8 door window casings, which is made out of primed fiberboard. Fourth, next to that, he layered a piece of 1 1/4 by 1/2 inch flat trim MDF. Fifth, to build up the top, he used a 1 1/4 inch trim stop made out of pine and installed it horizontally and extending past the window trim. Sixth, after that, he installed a piece of 1x8 MDF, which really gives the molding some nice height on the windows. Seventh, the window is topped with crown molding. And eighth, finally at the bottom of the window, is just another piece of 3-inch MDF. All right, let's talk about the small piece of wood trim that we placed just a few feet down from our ceiling. Now our ceilings are 12 feet tall, and I wanted to break up that height visually. Now I talked more about the paint choices in another video, which I will link to below, but you can probably see underneath that trim is a slightly warmer white than the ceiling and above the trim. Now that little trim piece up there serves as a wonderful break between the two, and we simply used a small piece of 1 1/4 inch hardwood chair rail to trim that out. So other moldings and trim that we've used so far in this home is on the top of the wall of the cabinets in the kitchens, which is simply a piece of 4-inch crown molding. We also built this shelf above the range area, which is a mixture of moldings and corbels. We really like how it frames out that little nook in our kitchen. Now, a quick word on the tools and materials that we use to install our millwork. I will go ahead and leave links below where you can find the exact items that we used to install our molding. Kevin used both a Ryobi brad nailer with 1-inch nails for the smaller, more intricate boards, and a Ryobi finish nailer with 2 1/4-inch nails for the thicker pieces of millwork. Now, to get a nice smooth finish, we used hole filler, sandpaper, and paintable caulk. Now, I can't wait to finish up all the millwork in our home and getting it looking good. I hope you've enjoyed seeing how ours is coming together. If you need more instruction on this, my blog post has some great graphics to help you understand what you need to shop for and the order to put it all together if you want the same look as us. I will leave a link for all that in the description. You can also find a link for all of our pole barn home videos that I've made and the projects that we've done so far in our new pole barn home that we built and designed ourselves. So let me know if you have any questions regarding the millwork and the molding that we've done in our home. I would love to hear if you like the contrasting trim, if you like to paint it a different color than white walls, or if you like to have white trim and colored walls. I think that would be a fun conversation to start. So thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope you will come back for more inspiration for do-it-yourself living.